Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys doing? Peasant Chat, 29th of August, 2021. Uh, talking to poor people about their setups. Whatever comes up during the chat is fair game. I don't really have a subject matter on Sundays. It's just kind of talk some shit, hang out, and see what the deal is. So, as always, say hi to the people here. Man, it's early. I had a late night last night, so I didn't really get good sleep, so I'm like a little foggy headed, but hopefully I'll wake up in the middle of the show when someone asks for the 15th time why my flex tune isn't locking alcohol percentage. JD Swag, Jason Friedberg, Angel PR, Garrett Celeste, Money 540, Alex Alcazar, Innocent New Edge, YouTube Corrupt and Free Speech, The Mod, Garrett Smith, Robert Kenny, Clip Clop the Horse, Hunter Walker, Jared Wells, Rich 50, Made of Stone 45, 508 Josh, Rich 50 I got, Brandon M, Beefcake Racing in the house, answering your Paxton, Vortec, and whatever power adder needs. I see a lot of people now finally getting 3.8 Whipples installed in their cars, so awesome. You'll see those cars making good power numbers on dynos. Not necessarily running better in the quarter mile. Don't ask me how that works, but they do definitely make about 100 more horse for similar boost depending on the application, built motor, and whatnot. So I did want to bring something up about a comment on one of the videos. So last week I put up one of the YDBT dailies that said, if you had tuning access, how much tuning would you want? And this one by Carrot Top probably takes the cake and kind of encompasses, in my opinion, well, you guys shouldn't have access to anything. Listen to this. Carrot Top on that video says, missed out on the live, but I think the FlexTune users would appreciate the option to pick a dash light to turn on while learning ethanol content after a fill up. Once the light you choose turns off, you know the car is ready. If you want to get fancy, include an option to convert one of the steering wheel buttons into a hotkey. The hotkey, when held down, will instruct the speedo needle at a point at the content learned value. For example, hold down the cruise, accelerate, and speedo point at 83 miles an hour, and you'll know it learned 83. That's why you guys shouldn't have access to anything. Because people want, and I know what he's thinking, well, that would be ideal. I'm like, how? Like, I couldn't imagine the amount of programming that needs to happen on an OEM level in order to make it happen. By the way, EPA, I think EPA is the one that has his wife makes the cookies. Oh my God, cookies. I got a package of 6 cookies. Holy shit, guys. If you haven't gone to Instagram and checked out Oh my God cookies. I mean, diabetes. Awesome stuff. But I had to give some away to the guys at Par by the Hour because I wasn't going to eat them all. So I kept about 3. And I had one yesterday. Wow. Unreal. So yeah. Oh my God cookies. Awesome. No, they're not a paid sponsor. Obviously, they gave me cookies, but that's how you get to my sweet spot is literally my candy. I'm a sucker for candy and sweets. But yeah, people like that want like, well, if you hold down the cruise control button at 83, that means it's literally, holy shit. The flex logic on these cars is fudged. It's meh. And it's just like, it's not even like, there's no flex fuel sensor. GM, believe it or not, has way better flex fuel logic than Ford. Like if you want true flex fuel with a sensor, GM's the way to go. GM has the logic down. Ford, maybe they can flip a switch, but they choose not to. And us tuners are kind of like stuck. Now, can you make custom operating systems? Sure. Motec. Yeah, you're going to pay $5,000-$6,000 for an ECU? Probably not. So, those have true flex logic built in, and they can probably do what you want 100%. Douglas Gonzalez says, hey, good morning, fellas. Robert Kennedy says, hey, Alex didn't make the Kennedy for the first time in a long time. Robert Kennedy, long time, much. I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. I think he thinks I know what he's talking about. I think he thinks I know him in his head. I have no idea what the hell he's talking about. They already do that for German stuff. Yes, but they have custom stuff for that. We're not German. They make great stuff. That's why the cars are $100,000+. People are not going to pay that kind of money for a Mustang. They get mad. They want everything for $35,000. It blows my mind. Myth Truth Slay says, well, he is Carrot Top. What the fuck? Gave me a brain cancer trying to understand that. Exactly. So he went in on that. And someone said, isn't that what the N-Gauge is for? And the comments past that was basically that. It was like the replies were, Or just look at your N-gauge, says Alberto, and Gemini says, really? It's not that damn serious. Just fill up your shit and drive it. That's the answer. And Samar Sanchez just laughing his ass off. And I tell Samar, now you see why people should not have access to anything. Someone said in that video that Cuban Coyote is the oldest 24-year-old he's ever seen. That blows my mind. Colt 10R80 in that video said, I'd like to have access to the AFR adder for timing and how fast I could bring it in, and then my shift points, just so I can perfect them at the track. That's all I've ever wanted to mess with. Don't have the knowledge to change it any other way. And everyone else kind of pretty much said the same thing. Everyone kind of said, yeah, let the tuner dial that shit in. We don't need to get too fancy on that stuff. But it's funny hearing the comments on that and the Mamalona, the Jake's PBH F-150 Friday, went down there. And we had pump gas in it for the last 3 or 4 days, and he's been filling up with Shell 93. He's had 2 tanks through it, and I said, okay, it's time to test out pump gas. And at 11 PSI, or a little over 11 PSI, it made 717 or 719 rural horsepower. And I said, that's good. That's enough, because I think a good number for a turbo truck on pump gas, anything above 650, you're just up money, in my opinion. I don't think it's necessary to ring it out on pump gas. Like I said in the video, the last thing I need is for you guys in Oklahoma, Louisiana. By the way, hopefully people in Louisiana are okay. That hurricane went up to Category 4 overnight. If you pass through that area, they still haven't recovered from 2 hurricanes ago. So I can't imagine what this is going to do. So hopefully they're okay. But if you guys want help from like FEMA and stuff, start asking now, because this administration is super fucked. So start asking now, because it's going to be a fucking shit show. It sucks. But I know a lot of people in Louisiana. I don't know what, honestly, after going through one hurricane and seeing how that state handles it, I don't know why you'd stay there. I have no idea why people would stay there. It's unreal to me. How did the ESS entry tuning went? He hasn't installed it yet. Tim Fush has not got me logs yet. He's asking me about power potential on LU47s. I said, look, on LU47s, you can make up to 700 rural horsepower on pump gas with a Gen 3 because it has DI injectors to help. But I haven't gotten any logs back from the gentleman yet. Hey, Alex, I know you're super busy 24/7, but have you, and if you have you hopped on that Street Fighter 2? Not at all. Literally not at all. I have it. It just sits there playing. After this, I'm going to go work on the red Mustang. Yesterday, I actually had some personal time to myself and I enjoyed myself. There's like 1 or 2 days a week where I do nothing but just try to live a normal life. Every day after that, it's working in one way or another. Cat 4 hitting this morning. Yeah, man, it's going to be super fucked, bro. That sucks. To be honest, I'm feeling down here lately. I know it's a car channel, but damn, I have no one else to talk to. The original SB. What's up, brother? We can talk some shit. I can console you. I know a lot of guys are shitheads in here. We all are shitheads, but if someone's got issues or they need to cope, bro, I've helped a lot of people that have been in the middle of some shit and all they need to hear is like some encouraging words. So if you got, I know this is talking shit in Peasant Chat, but if someone's out there struggling with something, bro, voice it out or type it out. We'll see what we can do. ESR says, I have a buddy from the LS world, and the worst thing he could have done is get a laptop. He tunes his daily driver GM truck, and it makes me laugh out loud when it dies all the time when he stops by my house. Yeah. Like when you start a car and you have to give it gas to keep it running, it's not tuned well, right? It's just not tuned well. Or there's a parts discrepancy causing an issue. So stop. Like I think HP Tuners is great to have access to stuff, but it's also a curse because you start fucking with stuff that has no idea, that you have no idea what to do with, like timing. Like I know people that say, I want this thing to be at 33 degrees all the time. Like the moment I floor it at 1000 RPMs, it's got to be slammed at 33 degrees. And they just like go to a table and just slam the timing, just rape the table. And then you wonder why the car's running badly. You wonder why. I saw a guy thinking that he needed to have low timing cruising. And when you're cruising on a low load, you actually want timing to be slightly on the high side. Actually, if the manufacturer left it high, why would you under boost with no boost, timing probably should stay the same. And then once you get into boost, then you can scale it down. And I'm just being very generic about that. But some people go, no, I want it to be 14 degrees cruising. And then I'm like, why are your headers glowing cruising at 55 miles an hour? I don't know, man. And then you look at the tables and you're just like, I'm not even gonna try to help you, because then if I fix it, right? If I fix it and if I go through all of your shit and I fix it and you go to the track and run a number or runs well, you're gonna take that tune, because this is what happens, and sell it as your own or offer it as you being a badass tuner. Do you know how many times I see Mustang guys say my tune on Facebook, Instagram, anywhere? And you know for a fact that it is not something that they configured from scratch from sand. It's something that was piggybacked off of the repository, or they got it from a friend, or they drew it from a car that ran well. I just have to bite my lip, because there's nothing good that can come about of me calling people out on that shit. Uncle Alex for the win, says Eminem. Luckily, he trusts Lund with his Whipple. That's 550, knows his limitations. That car runs perfectly. Esh Roop. By the way, your old truck that you sold, boy, that guy's happy as shit. We finally got some. We got him on a new file, because the old file was kind of, you had something that was in the beginning stages, but we got him on the latest base file. Bro, that truck runs so freaking mint. I can't wait for him to go E85 and make big boy power. That truck is clean. And I assured the guy, you have one of the cleanest F-150s around, because Esh takes care of his shit. And the guy is, hopefully we get that guy making good power. Johnny says, since Power by the Hour is not doing coyote swaps now, who is the go-to people to get it done? I don't know. I don't know who I can point to and say, that guy's a badass coyote swap shop. Badass. I'm saying badass. I don't know of any. I'm going to be honest. I don't know of any. Trying to do crank reel, and every time I try to pull up the functions, it's like blank menu. Am I missing something? Big Daddy Patty, you might have to upgrade your firmware. So Google Lund Racing firmware update. Just Google that. It'll take you to a firmware, I think 326, and you should be able to follow the on-screen directions to upgrade your latest firmware. And after you upgrade to the latest firmware, we'll see if that stuff is in there. You might have like 262 or something, which is a very common firmware to have. Alice, will you tune my Holly? Need help with my startup. The thing is, I haven't really messed with Holly stuff, right? I haven't really messed with any of that shit. But based on, like, I was watching a guy play with Mega Squirt on a Turbo Fox on the dyno, and we were talking, and I said, how much timing do you have in it? Like 19 on E85. He goes, how'd you know? I'm like, well, boost. A motor's a motor, so based on the head design, based on the spark tolerance, based on the fuel, I said, if you're making about this much power, you probably have about 19 degrees in it, and then after that you'd have about 17. He said, man, that's right on the money. So I'm thinking, if I get my hands and understand the tables of a Holly system, Mega Squirt, MS3, MS3 Pro, whatever, I can probably look at it and understand it enough to get the car running pretty well. It'll take me some time to get it. Once I get it, I think I'll do it. And I've thought about that. I thought about getting a standalone just to have that wrinkle of knowledge in my bag in case shit goes downhill, but we'll see. Then he said, you should see my tuner. What's the difference between Road Rage 860? One of my coworkers bought an SS Camaro, installed the huge cam, and it tuned like it never ran right. Then he said, you should, he then said, you should see my tuner. Haha, okay. Craig Hall says, what's the difference in torque horsepower curve between 85 and 93? Does the torque come in lower RPM on a 93 versus 85? No, I think the torque came in quicker on the E85 because we're shoving timing in based on air fuel, whereas on 93, we leave that at 0. I never try to force timing down anything's throat that's on 93. So you'll always see a horsepower and torque gain on E85 because we can shove timing in earlier. I didn't graph them side by side, but I'm sure I can pull that up, but I don't want to do that. I literally just don't want to do that. Because I don't need to be that fucking specific about data, because who cares, right? We're still working on a whole bunch of other things. The next thing is to get it on 85 and do draggy hits. And spool valve versus no spool valve. We'll see if the 60-foot works with the spool valve functioning versus it forced open. See if it's 60 foot's better. See if we can get it in the 9s on the street. I think that'd be really cool. Could clamps on the charge pipe hitting against the radiator create false knock? Absolutely, Hunter Walker. Making a list to figure out what is currently ripping one gear on R1. Yes. Anything that touches anything causes knock. Now, Vortec and Paxson will tell you, our centrifugal blowers don't cause false knock. Okay, cool. So let me ask you. The tunes are configured all pretty similarly. All supercharged tunes have a similar configuration. Whipple, TVS, Roush blowers, whatever, top mounted, do not have knock on transition or on a shift on a manual. Every centrifugal does, right? So I'm like, well, what could it be? So it could be how the centrifugal mounts, because it has its own bracket. The blower is way the fuck up here, and some of you guys want the heritage gears. I want the heritage gear, so it goes wee 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 wee, just fucking making all this dumb noise. I'm like, okay, so the motor's gonna, the knock sensors are literally frequency ears. They're like, we're listening for certain frequencies that sound like knock or detonation, configured by Ford. Hertz hits a certain frequency that will make the car pull timing if it hits a certain frequency. So when you shift really hard a centrifugal, what do you think happened? Do you think the belt is 1-to-1 crank to blower? No, there's slip, there's jostling of the bracket's sticking way the fuck up here, especially Pro Charger stick way the hell out here. So you're gonna have a knock to knock, a transitional knock, and Vortec and Paxson swear to God that with our tune it doesn't do it. Well, if the only way to vet that is to throw octane booster in it, right? Throw octane booster in it and it still knocks, on transition without extra timing, it's false knock. So if your clamps are hitting, your exhaust is hitting, your primary headers are hitting the AC bracket on the passenger side, if you have a centrifugal, I might have to desensitize your knock sensors, but only with your permission. And usually after we do that, it's happy on the 85. Is the price of fuel going up down there? Yep. Jake was so mad that the pump gas test cost him like $80 to fill up the truck because it was like almost $4 a gallon. He's like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stay on E85 forever. Are you guys taking on David Van Voor's, who is tuning? He's going standalone. Well, I don't even know what he's saying. Are you guys taking on David Van Voor's tuning since he's going standalone? I don't know. That's exclusively a junior thing. If he's going standalone, I think he can tune his own shit. David, pretty knowledgeable. He's not a dummy. So I'm sure if he wants our help, I'm sure Junior's willing to help him because Junior's gotten pretty damn good at standalone stuff. You can download the Holly software free off their website. Yeah, but I don't have a car that has that wired in so that I can adjust and feel, see, and data log the difference. So I'm not going to do that. It was cool to see the demographic of the chat the other day. I wonder how different the audience is today versus the chat during 5 days a week. Right. So in the chat not too long ago, I asked, what do you guys do for a living and how old are you? And we had everything. But one of the common things was truck driver, IT guy, and technician. And I was like, interesting, because those are totally different, right? But the IT stuff, I think, makes sense for tuning. Truck drivers just want to hear someone talk to them while they're driving the truck, and techs tune in just to hear how stupid some of the people are on here. JD Flag says, this is good stuff here. I learned a lot. Happy with the tune. Car running awesome. Shed 0.5 of a second without weight reduction. Wow. So half a second on a tune. It's mostly shifting. Almost like 50 to 60% of the guys that get a tune, let's say cold air only. You have a PMAS, JLT, P51, Steeda cold air, and pump gas. They always say the same thing. How much more power will this car make above stock? And I'm really honest with them. I go, probably not 5 or 10. Well, why the hell did I get the tune for? Extended RPM range, trans shifting. It won't make more power on the dyno, but it'll definitely perform better at the track. And I don't think they can understand that. They go, I go, dude, you have a 6,800 RPM limiter on Gen 2 and like a 7,200 RPM limiter on Gen 3. We extend that. We have a ton of transmission tweaks, manual and auto, transitional stuff, and shifting stuff, and badass, force drag mode and all that stuff that will perform better at the track. But they get it on the dyno. They're like, it didn't make more power than stock. And I'm like, you don't understand. You have 91 octane. What do you want us to do with 91 octane? You want us to just turn off the knock sensors and shove timing in it? Sure, we'll do that. Then you'll have a ringland failure and say it was the tuner's fault. So understand that power output is not going to increase, but performance will. And if it does increase power output, it is not by like 30 horse. See, people used to see Gale Banks, put it on, and the Banks tuner, just level 1 is 50, level 2 is 200, level 3 is 800 horsepower. So they think it's like that on a gas car. Like, no, it's nothing like that. Mike's Garage says cybersecurity here. Uh-oh, that means he can hack into my shit. Brandon Cutler says, man, you tuned my MT82 Whipple car, and I'm in the process of getting a 10-speed and swap all my stuff over. Can't wait for you to get a hold of it. Wait, what? You tuned my MT82 Whipple car, and I'm in the process of getting a 10-speed. and swap all my stuff over. Uh-oh. Is it a Gen 1 or what generation is it, Brandon Cutler? Because I might have some bad news for you. But what generation car is it? Alexi B says, hey, Alex, how much would you choose? Okay. Which would you choose to drive on a back road? C7, Grand Sport, manual, all around it. GT350. I like a GT350 better than the C7 Grand Sport, in my opinion. Okay. Let me get everyone caught up. Will Lund tune a return system with a surge tank? 3 Dietrich's 400 pumps, 4 FC3 controller. Yeah. Malloy Motorsports. At the end of the day, we don't care what fuel pumps you have. We cannot control the fuel pumps. The FPDM is just a way of triggering how the fuel pumps turn on, meaning when you open the door, it should trigger the fuel pumps to prime the system. That's how it works stock. If you open the door, you hear the throttle body do stuff, you hear everything do stuff. That means the system is primed so that when you start the car, it starts. We don't care what pumps you have. We don't care the size they are. We don't give two shits. What we do care about is what pressure is at the regulator at idle with a boost reference line installed. That's all we care about. You can have some bobo ass shit in the back triggered by the FPDM. And if you're not triggering it by the FPDM, fuel pump drive module, then it's going to throw a like a open circuit fuel pump A code. And you'll think it's a tune issue. And I'm like, no, it's not a tune issue. You didn't fucking trigger the pumps properly, asshole. But we can turn off the code. Oh, it's just, you can tune it out. Because you're lazy does not mean you should rely on your tuner. Now, we'll do it, but I'm going to protest a little bit. I'm going to go, why don't you trigger it properly? I don't want to. I just want to run a straight wire right to the bitch. And I'm like, okay, fine. Here you go. Now, this is the problem with that, right? I am used to power by the hour doing it a certain way. Trigger it like stock. Tee into the connection instead of ripping the connection apart and going right in. You tee into it. You actually use the stock connection, just tap into it instead of cutting the wire and going. No, you don't cut the wire and go in. You tee into the connection. You actually, wire it properly. So I'm used to someone doing it super legit. So when other shops do it not legit, I go, okay, I guess I'm shutting off codes because you guys don't want to trigger a certain way. It's all good. Hey, Alex, Gen 3 Roush. Oof, Candace Page. I'm so sorry. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Oh, the moment you go you're going to start hearing this music coming out of your speakers. What's that? That's your IATs reaching the danger zone because of a Gen 3 Roush Supercharger. Just changed my heat exchanger to a VMP triple pass. Will it self-bleed with the cap off while it's running? Probably not. Some people usually pull a vacuum or just have one of those air pumps that pushes air through the system and it'll eventually work itself out. So it might work itself out by just, watching the bubbles. But 9 times out of 10, some people pull a vacuum. Morning, Alex. Play some Canelo to start to stay off. Relax, Mike Bravo. Relax. Every single time you get on, you want to hear Canelo, and it has to be situational. I can't just throw Canelo out there for no reason. Canelo, you can't just make him... you can't just kind of just keep throwing it out there and people are just like, I'm sick of hearing that soundbite. The jelly beans, though, I can just go,
this smells like jelly beans.
Imagine you're jerking off into a towel and then you're like,
this smells like jelly beans.
Hey, Alex, will the stock Gen 3 converter live for a while 800 wheel? Yes. Boost 85, minimal track visits, mostly street usage. Yes, I believe so. JD Swag says shifts are awesome. Car feels zippy. Tim Fush says, Alex, 51 and work as a machinery vibration analyst. You should be somewhat familiar with the technology since you have a millwright background. Yes, so a machinery vibration analyst, right? They literally hook up probes to, let's say, a wastewater pump. And based on the frequency, that is key, Tim Fush, he knows this. Based on the frequency, they can tell you whether it's cavitating, whether the drive shaft has worn U-joints or the bearings are worn. Because when you install a brand new pump somewhere that you just rebuilt for $35,000, put it in, and you put all the old drive shaft, the old piping and everything, and you turn it on and it has brand new wear rings and everything, and you turn the thing on and it's going, oh, your pump is fucked up. And no. It's not fucked up. We'll pay for a vibration analysis guy to come down here and we'll see what the deal is. And he'll say, it's your drive shaft. He'll say, it's cavitating, meaning it's sucking in more than it can actually push out. So it's causing little air bubble explosions in the volute. And vibration analysis guys are worth everything they charge because they can pinpoint an issue based on frequency. It's awesome. Like you guys probably do a lot of maritime stuff, Tim Fush, meaning you go to a ship and you go downstairs and they turn on the motor and you're like, yep, your bearings are worn. You are literally the one that tells them what they have to do, whether they have to spend $100,000 or $5,000. Hey, Alex, will the stock? Already got that. Hey, Alex, my SF50 is tuned by you, me. VMP Gen 2R on Sunoco 250 and 104. Can I change the C16 and the tune needs to be changed, or is it okay to race? It's okay to race, Carlos Arroyo, because the Stoic is really similar to 260 GT and 104. 14.0 on 104 and 260 GT, 14.7 on C16. It'll run maybe 3 or 4% richer. It'll be fine. And it won't lose power, and it won't be fat, and it won't be all fucked up. You'll be good. EPA say, people love taking shortcuts on their builds, and it makes no sense. Do it right, do it once. Exactly. Like EPA. I think he's the husband of the chick that makes the cookies. By the way, she's good for you, bro. Good for you. Got yourself a good wife, got some kids, got a family. She's in shape, and she makes badass cookies. Like, fucking no wonder he wifed that. Imagine your wife started taking shortcuts on making them shits. Oh, I got a huge order, and let me just take out this ingredient that made it super badass. Let me switch out the espresso chips and this and that. And then, what I remember tasting the first time, then I ordered it again. I'm like, it's different. It's not right. That's how I feel with Coyote swaps. A lot of shops go, well, technically you can do it, right? I had a guy say, this shop built my car. It was a 50s F100 or a 60s F100. Whipple, pump gas tuned, then E85. So he got pump gas tuned by Junior, made like 620, 630. Then he went over to E85. And I go, hey man, you're starting to show signs of the fuel pump not being able to deliver enough fuel. He swore to God he had 2 340s in there. Or 4 something. 2 340s. And at that boost level, it should have been adequate. And I said, I understand, sir. I appreciate it. The data log is telling me there's a fuel delivery issue and it is not tunable. So if I were you, I would make sure that both pumps are running. No, he ended up having a 190 and a 2 something for a total of like 340 or 380 or 390 liters per hour. And I'm like, yeah. So he goes, I can't believe it because the shop I took it to swore that they gave me 2 340s. I'm like, well, the data log doesn't lie. So again, you don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but you also want to make sure that the customer understands what you're seeing and why you're saying what you're saying. Similar to a vibration analyst. Shit. Good stuff. I've balanced many generators on maritime vessels. Exactly, Timothy Fush. J. Ruben in the house. Alex, do you ever run into issues with 132 millimeter Whipple throttle bodies? Matbo 2003? No. Okay. Generally, and I'm saying generally, that is the best mono out there. The Whipple 132 to me is made pretty perfectly. It's good size. The control system, the motor, the way it's designed, the way it mounts to the blower is very good. The only issue I've seen with a 132 or a 150 Whipple throttle body is when someone puts the gasket that they provide. By the way, Whipple, stop providing the gasket. Really, really. Stop. It'll probably save you 10 cents per kit times 80 kits. So you can talk to some bean counter and he'll be like, okay, we'll save $800, whatever, a year. So stop providing a gasket. Tell people to put Permatex between the throttle body and the blower. Permatex or some kind of gasket maker, and lightly torque it down. Because what happens is when you have a gasket, you're like, and the thing is fucking distorted, right? Because you're a fucking idiot. And the blade tries to open and close, and based on how uneven, because of the gasket and your stupid, torquing procedures, it's so twisted and it has a bunch of tension that when the motor starts actuating the blade and then eventually gets hot, it starts to bind up, and then it throws a P2112 on Gen 1 and Gen 2 or a P2119 on Gen 3. And then you're like, whoa, it's a brand new throttle. It's fucking brand new. I don't get it. It's brand new. I sent it back to Whipple. They sent me another one. It's doing the same shit. And I'm like, take it off. Put Permatex on there. Like 10, like just go, Let it dry. Do it again. Oh, it dries beautiful. I'm like, exactly. You're the problem. Yon Survival says, after owning your something converter, your Circle D converter on your red car, would you recommend that converter in gears for an NA6R80 car? So the converter that's on the red car, it's a 6F. That is for max effort NA stuff. And Circle D is like, well, we recommend this. Now that doesn't mean the 6 doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean it stalls at 6,000 RPMs. It doesn't mean it flashes at 6,000 RPMs. It's the way they designate their thing. When I hit the trans brake, the highest I can go is about 4,500 before the car starts to creep forward. But the power delivery, it brings it up to the power band a lot quicker because of the GT250 intake manifold, and the power band is higher based on the manifold and headers. So it gets there quicker, meaning it does pretty much nothing until it gets to 5,000 RPM or something like that. 3C, 2C, 2B, like the B is tight, C is looser, D is looser. If there's a D. No, there's no D. There's an F, there's an E. They have a bunch of different designations, but it's not just like a off-the-shelf thing. They literally need to know your car's weight, your goals, your power adder, if any. They have to cater to each specific vehicle. That's when I see people buy used converters. I'm like, dude, send it back to Circle D. Why? Because they need to then know what to make it. Say, look, I bought a 3C used, but I have a turbo car. They're going to go, well, you need like a 1B. And you're like, what? 1B? Just take it back to them and they'll be able to size it properly. Recommended suspension for a 1,000-wheel horsepower twin turbo 10R80 car. Look, you can use the big three, right? You could call UPR, you could do Steeda, you could do BMR if you want. I don't recommend red suspension companies for personal reasons, but not let them, whatever they do on a professional thing, whatever. But for personal reasons, I don't fuck with that company. But if you, because a lot of cars run that shit, if you want to run it, you run it, and I think you'll be fine. But for my money, I do UPR Steeda. On NS550, Steeda seems to have the game on lock. What ice tank for my 19 GT VMP Odin? Doesn't matter. Whatever ice tank you want. Whatever ice tank you think fits nice, whatever ice tank you want to buy, it's an ice tank. It's a tank. Why in the hell does a tank, which one matters? Capacity, right? Isn't it PNR? Isn't it the TIG Vision one? Doesn't VMP have one like in the engine bay? Whatever one you want. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me because tuning doesn't matter. Here we go. I found a good 94 octane in Lloydminster from Petrocan. Where the fuck are you from? From Petrocan? Is that like a gas station? But I'm guessing you run boosting all the time. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Phil says, good morning, Alex. Gen 2 6 manual transmission makes about 675. Has a built trans, drive shaft, and axles. Would you upgrade any weak points in the rear? Occasionally run, test, and tune, and drive it on the street. Nothing crazy. Phil, yeah. I would get like the Steeda Complete Stop the Hop kit. They also have those little bushing inserts, the rear end stabilization kit. Let me see if I can, I think Beefcake has it too. Let me go Beefcake's Beefcake's site. Because you can go probably direct, but I think Beefcake has, he's Steeda dealer. Steeda, and I'll just type in Steeda, Stop the Hop. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, this is Beefcake's site. So if you go there, that's kind of what I use for a reference because it's laid out really well. Honestly. And if you have the Ultimate IRS Stop the Hop kit, 15 and up, there's an Enthusiast IRS kit, and so the Ultimate. So let's say this is the Ultimate, which the most expensive kit. It's $1,000. So end links, vertical links. I forget what these are called. Toe, whatever the fucks. This is their Stop the Hop kit. Basically, the brace that ties the IRS to the chassis. And these are the little inserts that go in the bushings. So if you get that right there, guys, that's like 99% of the shit you need. And above and beyond that, I don't think you need much else. And then you get yourself a set of adjustable, Viking. You type in Viking, and there you go, Viking shocks. That's when you know the website's good. You use it like Google, right? You type in Viking, Vikings come up. You don't type in Viking, and it shows like a battery or something stupid. So yeah, you can get, and these go by horsepower range, over 600 of the Crusaders, under 600 of the Warriors. So there you go. I mean, this pretty much, go there. So Viking stuff, Steeda stuff, you can't go wrong in my opinion. Does running C16 require any tune change? 18 auto pump gas tune. It doesn't require tune change, JD, just to run it, but to get the most out of it, yeah, I would get some kind of revision just to shove more timing down its throat. Do you know what I'm saying? What kind of fuel system upgrade do I need to run nitro fuel mixture in an NA Gen 2? So that has become a very popular subject matter. Look, nitro to me is like old FTW purple. They had a crazy nitro mix. It was one of the best fuels like ever. And I hope they come back and whatever. But there is ways of, we can send you a custom mix. But understand this, we would prefer you have more injector, and we would almost prefer that it was set up like a boosted car. Because a lot of people don't realize that when you run M5, which is a 5 stoic fuel, or nitro, that you need more fuel system NA. And some people aren't willing to do that. Well, I got LU47s in a BAP. Well, let's get 1000 cc's in there. I have a customer right now that says, Alex, I want to go max effort. I want to do it all. I want to run M5. I want to run nitro, whatever. I said, look, if you're willing to get it on the dyno, you're willing to run a colder plug like a Brisk 12 and gap it tight, literally like boost, like you treat it like boost. And you want to run our nitro mix versus M5, I think the nitro mix will have similar results because FTW purple was so volatile and badass that when I see a car run on M5 or a nitro mix, I'm like, yeah, that's like old FTW. Like the power numbers are like line on line. So people say, well, how are these guys running that number? Simple. What's the car weigh? I can't give you any math unless I know what the vehicle weighs exactly. So if a car at 3,500 pounds or 3,200 pounds is running 9.6s, but then a car at 2,800 pounds is running quicker, I'm going to go, well, is it the fuel or is it the weight? Or a combination of both? It could be a combination of both, and I get that. But if you're willing to run the Billy Badass fuel, unless you sit exactly like a person you're comparing yourself against, don't expect similar results unless you sit exactly like that person, right? Like a lot of people were copying the Steeda car. Well, you don't sit like them. People go, well, what? I got everything Steeda car has. No, you see the intake and you see the intake manifold and you see the cold air and you think you sit like them. No, what's the car weigh? What converter does it have? What rear gears does it have? Is the engine modified? Are the heads ported? What cams are in it? That's what you have to really start paying attention to instead of just going, I need to run this fuel because homeboy runs this fuel. You need to sit exactly like them if you want to run the number like them. It's really simple. Big Daddy says I should party. I'm using the RTD engage. I am using the RTD engage. I don't even know what his first one is. So you're gonna get skipped. Sorry, bro. The chat's moving too fast. So sorry. If you split it up into 3 paragraphs, your shit's gonna get all fucked up. I have a full kit that makes the car idle like a dump truck but not hop. Ride like a dump truck but not hop. Boosted 10RD. Exactly. Stop the hop kit will tighten everything up at the rear end, but it won't drive well. It'll drive okay. Beefcake's website is pretty good. You could use the drop downs to upgrade kits. Badass. Exactly. It's intuitive. That's the best thing I could say. It's intuitive. Like I type in Viking, exactly what I want comes up. Instead of like certain sites, you type in certain words and you're like, what the fuck? Where did you get that? Like why? Who populated that on your website? Whippled50 says, Alex, looking to sell my Lund-tuned 18 Whippled car, manual car, and buy a switch over to a auto car. Will I be able to use my N-Gage? So yes, Whippled50, sell your Lund-tuned 18 manual car. Whoop. And if your N-Gage is able to be unlocked, right, as long as it hasn't been raped by everyone in the valley, you should be okay. I was looking at the whole kit, but I didn't know if it was just being ricer. Thank you for the help. Your problem, Phil. Beefcake says, we're always trying to improve the flight. I think he meant the site. I spent about $60,000 on the last 2 years, and it's always constantly evolving. That's how you know the site's awesome. Because I go on some sites, and you could tell that they're lazy, and they rely on the phone call. But you got to understand, some people aren't willing to talk to you. Like, the art of talking to people is slowly going away. I don't want to talk to you because some of you are fucking straight retarded. So you go to the website and you want to be able to just click 3 or 4 things similar to like American Muscle, and then it just shows up at your door. So if the website is super intuitive and run really well and they put a lot of money into it, it makes ordering easier and the parts get to your shit without talking to anybody. Okay. 94 GT Vert says, 2014 Whipple GT did a T56 swap and the cruise control hasn't worked since. Congratulations. That's how it's going to be. Sent gear ratios to my tuner and that didn't help. Can you recommend and point me in the right direction? Thank you. Yeah, you're fucked. I have done, like, if you use a Bowler box to convert the OSS signal so that the miles per hour work fine, your cruise control might only work in 5th gear. I don't know if that it'll work in 6th gear. And you can raise the min max on the gear ratios. You can Usually raising or widening the min-maxes helps, but I have tried almost everything I know to do. Gear ratios, min-max, wired direct, and the cruise control doesn't work. Or it doesn't work like factory. You know why it doesn't work like factory? Because you have a non-factory trans in there with a Bowler box converting the OSS signal. So something in there is interrupting it working like it should. Any tuner should be able to make it work. Cool. Don't care. Chop Sweet says, Alex, and Gen 1 head worked onto a Gen 2 into meeting Gen 2 specs. Ask an engine builder. That's not a question for a tuner. Beefcake, can you help with the small kits on your site? I can't sort by make model, so it takes forever to find anything that you can ship to Cali. Hey, Beefcake, a good idea is have a complete tab of parts that you can send to California. Like, it'll say, 11 and 14 Mustang, 15 and 20 Mustang, California. And it'll be like nothing. It'll be like metal parts. It'll be like end links, wheels and tires, and decals. Because it won't be emissions items or motor items or anything that has to do with emissions, exhaust, fuel, nothing. Look, and Beefcake says, we're still working on full carb legal section. Thank you. But feel free to reach out to me on most of the complete kits on the manufacturers are carb legal. There you go. Benny Walters became a bitch level member. Thank you very much, sir. The Hot Sauce 350. Hey, what's up, brother? He's an HPI guy. HPJ guy. HPJ. Alex, not car related, but did you see that they're starting to have carb-like related laws for high-end computers and now in California? Yes, because of cryptocurrency mining. If your house starts drawing a ton of electricity, meaning even though you're paying for the electricity, let's say you have 3 or 4 computers just mining crypto, Bitcoin, whatever, all day, every day, which is, I think, like a transactional thing, right? They're going to be like, yo, what's going on there? It's either a weed operation. By the way, shout out to the idiots that thought that weed becoming legal was going to make things better. The illegal, weed market is still popping. Matter of fact, way more than legal shit. One, because it's cheaper. And yeah, you can get selection and all this shit, but the illegal market is still popping. Oh, I can't wait for them to legalize weed. The world's going to be a much better place, bro. Wait a minute. You want $28 for a little bag of perp kush? Look, I can get that from my dealer for $10. Welcome to capitalism, dickhead. But yeah, now they're banning badass computers. Like exhaust systems can't be shipped to Cali. Like super badass, like Alienware or higher end computers are going to be hard to find in California. Move. Vote in Larry Elder. Start there. If Larry Elder, is it Larry Elder? Larry Elder? If Larry Elder does not get elected, you guys are fucked. That's the beginning. That's the stopgap. That's the Trump, meaning okay, shit's fucked. We got to do something different. If y'all keep voting in the same dumb cuck-ass motherfuckers, you deserve what you get. And if you don't vote, fuck you. I have a 19 F-150 RCSB with an Elderbach 2650. Ooh, that must feel nice. Want to stay on pump gas. What's the best way to get most power out of this setup? Thanks. Low boost, right? Keep it under 10 PSI. Now, a lot of people were confused when I said that 700 rural horsepower on a pump gas turbo truck is better than 700 horsepower on a PD or Sentry or whatever. And they don't understand why I said that. Now, listen, this is why I say this. When a turbo truck makes 700, it makes 700 without using engine power to make that 700. It is basically free. The exhaust goes out, turbo captures it, turns an impeller, shoves boost in the thing, life's good. So 700 to me on pump gas is safer, not recommended, but safer than 700 on a boosted car. Why? Meaning a PD blower. So let's say we keep turning it up. You want to make 700 on pump gas. Well, that means the engine, the power plant, that the total output of that power plant with a blower on top is probably 780. It takes about 60 to 80 horsepower from the engine to turn the supercharger to make 700. So 700 boosted PD blower is like 780 total output. 760 to 780 total output. On pump gas, big no-no. On a turbo truck, 700 is 700. So on pump gas, I'll go, that's okay on a turbo truck. But on a PD or Sentry, no, because it's drawing power to make that power. So I am not a big fan of making 700 blower than 700 turbo on pump gas. That's hopefully you guys understand what I'm trying to say. And if you don't, God bless you. Just watched a video on Larry Elder yesterday. Very respectable guy. Larry Elder has to be voted in order for California to not be it's already a shithole. Let's be honest. There's bum camps everywhere. Everyone's on fucking drugs. Places that like Rodeo Drive and really nice areas that were touristy now are full of bum camps. Tent cities. Guys, you keep voting dumb shit will keep happening. If Elder doesn't get elected, California deserves it 100%. We need to vote Alex into office. Fuck no. I don't want to be in politics. No, thank you. Because what do they do? What's the first thing they do when you go into politics? They dig up dirt. Not that I have much dirt, but they dig up dirt. Anything. Oh, he got a B- in Spanish in high school. Oh, shit. You got me. I'll stay in 10R80. So that's an Australian Mustang. Alex, what are your thoughts on regarding needing to replace the OEM fuel pump when running 85? I understand that 85 can corrode electrical connections. How long would you expect OEM fuel pump to last? What year is it? What year is it, guys? It's 2021, right? It's not 1968, right? Let me just look outside real quick. Yeah, it's still 2021 outside. So, I don't know how to explain it more simply. So when you go to a gas pump, every gas pump usually has this, right? All gasoline products grades contain 10% or less ethanol. Right here. So all this pump gas is basically E10, and it tells you at the gas pump. Now, I don't know what happens in Australia. I have no idea. But right here, use E10 fuel. E10, everything has E10. So people think E20, this is basically 80s. This is basically E20, E30 is probably 89 octane. And this is only for flex fuel trucks. So people go, oh, E20. Well, yeah, what's the 80%? Chocolate milk lips and assholes and horse hooves. And this one has less horse hooves. And this is 85%. So 15% is horse hooves. I swear to God, I have seen people go, can I fill up on E30 and make 1,000 wheel? On 70% horse hoof? Probably not. So when someone says, hey, Alex, I want to run ethanol and I want to run, I know the E85 corrodes things. And I'm just like, dude, there's been ethanol and pump gas for over 15 fucking years, dude. Alex, are 2021's tunable yet? I know that the F-150, someone came out with like a ProCal basically version of a thing. F-150s, but no. As in terms of like us, no access. HP Tuners doesn't have access. As far as I know, like SET doesn't have access. So 2021 Mustangs are tunable, but it's basic bitch shit. Dude, Cali's going to start smog checking home computers. That's funny. I pray our government changes this year. The end of liberals. We'll see. I have no hope because I guarantee there's 270 people on the chat. And okay, this is a good example. There's 273 people on the chat and 112 likes. That's literally how people vote in the United States, right? 300 million plus, and half of them don't give a fuck, and they'll just take information for free. What do I ask for on certain stuff, certain things? I ask for just for you to go over to your phone and the little thumbs up, hit it. People don't even do that. So I stop asking because I know you all just want free information, and it's all good. That's how people vote because Americans are, let's be honest, guys, lazy as fuck. We've become that gluttonous society that we're just like taking. And when it comes time to just give a little bit of a shit, They don't. And then they go, well, how come everything's fucked up? Well, you got to vote these motherfuckers out, stupid. And this shows a good miniature example of that. Like the like to dislike ratio is awesome, like 99%. But then the total likes, I've had videos that have 10,000 views and 200 likes. And I go, that's Americans for you. That's Americans for you. Here we go. 80% chocolate milk. Everything has ethanol in it, at least 10%. Exactly. So OS tank 10 or 80, don't worry about the stock fuel pump. It'll be fine on the 85. At the gas pump at HEB that sells the 85 in Cyprus, say no less than 80% on the 85. Wonder if that's true. Boy, I wonder if that's true. They would play Alex making fun of Latinos and his political career would be done. Exactly. Orderly Holmes, what's going? He's racist. You know? I used to do an E30 mix on my Focus ST and it was just annoying mixing it instead of just running full 85, but needed a full fuel system. Just getting out of work and now catch the replay, says Jose Gonzalez, who's been a Booty level member 6 months. That's badass. Good for you, bro. Appreciate that. JD Swags, I get those likes up, dude. That's what I mean. So people are basically don't give a shit, right? They just go, well, I like, okay. Let's say you're a fan and you really like the channel and you really want more of this. Well, how am I going to get any motivation if y'all don't interact? So I'm going to say, well, these motherfuckers don't give a shit. You know, so am I playing to a select few, maybe 150 of you that are super loyal, super fans and interact every single time? Yes. Out of the 56,000 or whatever followers that I have, I guarantee there's 150 of you that actually give a shit and are proactive. And though I am talking to you guys, all the others are casual people that really don't give a shit. And they just click to see if a subject matter that they give a fuck about happens. So let's say all of a sudden I start making less videos because the output that I'm putting out, I'm not getting it back. And people go, where the fuck? How come you don't make more videos? Y'all don't support it like it should be. So why would I keep making videos to less of an audience, right? You got to put effort versus, you know, so I try different things. You know, I gave you more lives. That didn't work, right? I gave you more live. I gave you guys 5 or 6 shows a week for a month and it went like this, beep. I was like, it's not worth it. So I just backed off. That's exactly why I don't hang out with people. Okay. Hey, Alex, thanks for your help from last week. In regards to going wild with my Paxton, I eased it into third, fourth, tried second and third and had to let off. How do you keep your V3 engine bay clean? A lot of cleaning, bro. It's just dusty. Like the V3, and if you have breathers, it just like exudes just dust and oil and it just so you're constantly on that motherfucker, bro. Literally like foam it, brush it, rinse it. Hopefully nothing will fucking short out. Morpheus RX says, Alec, what's up? What's up, Morpheus? What's the word on Coyote going 920s on nitro super methane rocket fuel? No idea. Again, we don't fuck with it. We have no idea. It's not our baby. It's someone else's thing. Just like I don't talk about JPC's Pure Evil car that went 870s NA. I don't talk about that car because we have nothing to do with it. But, you know, it's out there. So ask them. Damn, 106 to 177 real quick. And that's the other thing, right? I don't want to come across like I'm shaming you guys into doing things. Like you would think, like I watch a lot of Manosphere stuff, right? Because half of it is bullshit, right? Half of it is bullshit. Especially like those fresh and fit guys, total fucking frauds. But it took me a lot of watching to go, oh, these guys are junk. So they don't get my support. I stopped watching them. But people like Abba and Preach and some of the Kevin Samuel stuff, and Jordan Peterson, Jesus, I get click, like, subscribe. You know, I do my best to support that. Demonology, I support him. And I don't necessarily have a dodge, but he supports me. I support him back. So I don't want to have to shame you into doing that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, if they like the information, cool. If they don't like the information, I just do less of it. That's all. Alex, would you ever consider running the Demonology Demon? He just installed the Whipple 3. Oh yeah. He'd get a car head start if he wants. He'd get a car. I'll give him the back tire. Demonology, I love you. You're a great guy. You have a great attitude. You seem to have a great wife and a great life. I will give you the back tire with the GT500, and I'll beat you by 2. I guarantee that. I just, it's a numbers game. I know what my car runs. I know what his car runs, you know? Now, if he catches me on an off day, yeah, I'll get my shit gapped. You know, I'll take my soul will get snatched. I mean, which is a great way of parlaying that. And he's a good, I don't mind losing to the dude. The dude's like so nice. Like if you lose to him, it's almost like an honor. You know, you're like, you're a nice guy. YouTube algorithms are all messed up. I've seen dozens of subscribers disappear for no reason. Yep, absolutely. I didn't see them disappear. I didn't see a minus on mine yet, but you could tell that, and it's not, there is ways of seeing how YouTube is sharing it versus how you guys are interacting. And you guys are like not interacting at all. You're like sitting there on your couch, just having your Modelo, and you're like, oh, he's gonna play the Canelo clip. Look at how he played the Canelo clip, eh? I can't wait for him to play the Canelo clip, man. Come on, let's play the Canelo clip.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
Hey, remember that shit, man? That was crazy, man. Shit. All right, I'm gonna go have some more. Don't hit the like button. Don't comment. Don't shit. You know, I'm like, what am I doing? Jay Rubin says it's a shame Jordan Peterson is having major health issues. Get out of here! Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Oh, don't say that. Is he? Oh no, back in Canada. No, that was 2020. This is 2020. He's having mental health issues, right? I would understand that. I would understand him having like mental health issues. I have mental health issues working in the ticket system. Alex, does your video game system have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I don't know. I'd have to look into the Nintendo. I have a Nintendo Switch that someone got me, thank you. And I have an Xbox, someone got me, thank you. And I have a Sega Genesis, someone got me, thank you. But I think the Switch, because I subscribe to the online stuff, I think it has something in there, but I haven't really looked, and I'm not going to look right now. I'll look later. Then you need to put the Demonology tune on it. Does he have a tune? I don't know. Alex, do you know how you can like on mobile? I'm usually on a desktop and you see the like button on mobile. I don't see it, so I'll have to afterward. Curious if that's part of the problem. I don't know, but a bunch of people seem to just hit. Can't you just really? Like, can't you just hit a like button? Let me see. I don't know. Crack addicts. The intro music always puts you in a good mood. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe someone can help them out on mobile. Then you need to put the Demonology. Okay, already got it. I'm amazed about how. Remember, Ostang was the one that asked about the pump. He's like, I'm amazed how dumb people are. I was at a Mustang meet today, and this old boomer was showering me the engine of his 18 GT. That's an odd thing to do on a meet. Oh, here's my engine, bro. Saw his hearers and what brand said was stock from factory. So dumb. Okay, guys, this might be the comment of the week. Listen to this. Mustang 1080 says, I'm amazed by how dumb people are. Was at a Mustang meet today, and this old boomer was showering me the engine of his 2018 GT. Saw his hearers, asked what brand, said was stock from factory. So dumb. If KC526 was still around, you know what was awesome about her? She would screenshot that. She'd put a cute little outline on it. She'd send it to me in an email, and I can just go, bam, put it up on the comment of the week. But homegirl got himself a Mexican boyfriend. Se acabó el party. Man. It's on the YouTube app. Just face the phone upward. Got it. I think you have to close the live chat, hit the open live chat. Got it. Every now and again, you have to check to make sure you're still getting notifications. Mine stopped for Alex. I had to redo it. No idea why. On my old iPhone, it doesn't show the like button. Golden showering? He was showering me his heaters? What? Alex, Rami y su team está hoy en media milla representando a Lund y su power. Felicidades al team, 2 Auto Solutions. He basically said Rami and his team is at a half-mile event in Puerto Rico repping, and congratulations to all involved in Puerto Rico, to 2 Auto Solutions. Shout out to them. Usually I get Ghost Watch at work, but my coworkers love to listen. Brandon Christopherson. Force Horse says, hello, Alex. Sorry about Friday morning. They toasted the load cell on the dyno early in the week and didn't know. All good, Force Horse. You didn't cause me any issues. Yes, we do block out a time for you, but once you weren't available, I was just back in the ticket system hammering away tunes. So it doesn't hurt me to miss out on a dyno appointment. I just say, let's reschedule and we'll go from there. What would fan wash look like on a data log? So, Brandon Lewis, let's say you're idling and you idle RPM and MAF hertz, MAF frequency. When the fan kicks on, you will see MAF frequency get really turbulent and probably spike lean. Really bad. Then the fan turns off, it goes back, and you'll hear the car kind of lug down like. So you'll see when the fan kicks on, MAF frequency wigs out, fan kicks off, MAF frequency is better and idle is better. So that's usually what fan wash looks like on a data log. MAF frequency goes up and down and turbulent once the fan kicks on. You can hit the like button if you watch I Get on your TV. 10R80 is for brain cells missing. Is for the brain cells. 10R80 is for the brain cells missing. Rest in peace, KC526. She will forever be missed. She'll be back. Trust me. She'll be back. Hot girl summer is almost over. She likes interacting with the boys. She was a very good mod. She was very proactive, very supportive of the channel. I think Homeboy put her on lockdown. And once he put her on lockdown, that was it. And I think she's going to come out one day, come up for air and go, I prefer how it used to be. And we'll be back at it. Trust me. I am like Nostradamus when it comes to that shit. How often do you get your grammar like that in the ticket system? Eminem, every single day. Now, I'm not the best at grammar. Sometimes I totally fudge up spelling because, you know, when you have 40 to 50 guys that are constantly replying, you kind of have to be super efficient. Unfortunately, my typing isn't great. But I get the point across. Sounds good. Keep me posted. LOL. You know, just get them out, you know, because there's nothing else to add. But I hear just some of the most, and again, I don't want to sell out my customers that way and go, oh, look at this moron asshole. I had a guy Friday thinking I was talking. Look, do you know how many times I have a general complaint about someone or the things people do, and customers get salty in the ticket system? Oh, I heard that you were talking about me. Really? When did I mention your fucking name? When did I say blah, blah, blah from blah, blah, blah is a cuck? Like, I never say that. And people think, well, we were dealing with the same thing over. I'm like, I have 50 of you. 50 in a rotation. And a lot of you do the same shit. So don't think it's you. It's a general thing. But people get salty. JD Swag said KC526 will be back in fall and winter. You damn skippy she will be. I have a Lund tune on my 17 GT and it's great, but I purchased a 20 GT PP1 and my friend talked me to another tuner. That okay, congrats. You have really bad friends. And will Lund unlock it to switch back to Lund? Fuck no. Nope. You are stuck with them. Sorry. Get another device if you want to get tuned by us. But if she comes back, can she be trusted? Probably not. But she'd have to earn her trust. She'd have to fly down here and suck on the bicho. She'd have to suck on the bicha con dos manos y cargarle la bola. She got to do the whole thing. And I'll be like, all right, you got to earn this trust. Yeah, the operator took the card to red line 3 times and it was sort of pissed. Forced horse. I don't know what he's saying. People need to proofread, right? Nostradamus looking means, yep. What does YDBT stands for? Oh, I'm done. Anyone know of a shop in SoCal to rebuild a 10R80? Look, I tune a couple of guys, actually 3 or 4 guys in the SoCal area, and there seems to be a complete void of legitimacy in terms of hardware and other things. And there's just like this thought process still in California, the home of hot rodding, the where it all started, is still thinking that you have to be there in person to tune the car properly. Oh, I'm not gonna trust the email tune homes. Fuck all that. I gotta be. The laptop's gotta be on all the time. If not, the tune gets erased. You know, like they still think that. No, dude. If I owned a BMW, Porsche, Mercedes, anything German badass, I wouldn't hesitate to reach out to the baddest tuners of that platform and email tune. No problem, because I know that it is computer programming, basically, and changing some of the parameters to make the car happy based on their experience. So if someone to say a Rentec or whoever, I don't even know if they're good. I have no idea. But let's say they say, yeah, go to Rentec. They're the best at this platform. Okay. But in California, it's like, yo, Go to Lund. They're the best at this platform. Órale, home.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
I don't trust no email tunes, man. You gotta be there in person. If you're not there in person, it's not a real tune. It's copy paste. This bullshit. It's all copy paste. They just copy paste tunes. Control V, copy paste, same shit. Oh, okay, dickhead. If I've done 80 Whipple pump gas 1050X performance package tunes, why the fuck would I build it from sand? Why wouldn't I go, here, try this tune, data log it. We'll see how it works on your car. Orderly home, this thing right perfect. Yeah, no shit. Oh, I don't know, man. I still don't trust it. I'm gonna take it to my boy. Over here in the valley, and they're gonna tune it themselves. Meanwhile, that guy's like, damn, this thing starts really good. Damn, this thing shifts really good. Damn, this thing drives really good. Let me draw the tune. Oh shit, it's locked. Yeah, they locked it. That's bullshit. They draw it out. They suck the tune out. They try to open it, and then they go to a forum. That's right, a secret forum that someone has in a server somewhere. And you're like, hey man, I drew this Lund tune and it's Whipple 1050X on E85. Can y'all reverse it? Yeah, we could reverse it. Boop, boop, gets reversed. They put it back in. I'm the best tuner in the valley. That's how you guys do it over there. Tell me I'm wrong. I know what you guys do. I have an HP that has another tuner's tune in it. Can you unlock it and use it? No. Producer J, nope. Hey, Alex, did the red car still have 315 gears when it ran low nines? Yes. Whippled 5.0. 315 gears the whole time with a 4R200 even. So it should have gone 8s with a 6R80, but I had a 4R200 in it. Most BMW and Porsches are remote tuned. Exactly. I was about Lund, and I'm from Cali. See, just a 302. Oh, they're all the hell. They're Pennsylvania, man. They don't know nothing about Cali. The fucking computer, bro. Well, the car's for sale now. Okay, good. Love these people. Love the exaggerated Mexican accent. Orale ho! Desert 1320. Never thought I'd make a peasant chat live. It's 6. It's fucking 5. What is it? 7:30 where you're at right now. Shee! On God. Jared Wells says, worried about copy paste tuners when tuner steals HP tuners files, but I'm just sipping that tea. Casey will have to apologize like how Randy Marsh had to apologize to Jesse Jackson in South Park. 12 to 13 Boss 302 in a couple of weeks. What's the first mod I should do if it's stock? Honestly, a tune wakes it right up. But if you want to keep the red key stuff, leave it alone. Drive it with the red key stuff, and you'll be a happy guy. Well, I was going to buy a shirt. Been watching this video for about a year and have yet to figure out what it means. Yo, how are you going to buy a shirt? Oh, you mean like on Teespring? I haven't even checked that Teespring site. I should just take that store down. Yolo douchebag tuning. Yolo douchebag tuning. Let me see. Scrolling text. Let me see. YDBT equals Yolo douchebag tuning. Dee-da-da-ba-bow. Bam. There it is. Yolo YDBT. Yolo douchebag tuning. Little scrolling text for you guys. Hey, I got him beat. It's 4:30 a.m. here. Damn. I just want my trendy fix so I can go back to my Lund tune in case I take right now too. Okay, ever since the video of the BMW GT500 racing, every Beamer I see wants to race. Which, oh man, that thing straight gapped the stock GT500. It fucked it up. Alex, I did it, man. I got my Hellion car MT2 car in the 9s. That's like badass. DFY, did you log it? Please tell me you logged it. Congrats. It is a good feeling, isn't it? To go 9s and stick, because that's you, not the tuner doing it. When my engine blew up, I wish I had the extra cash to purchase cams. I heard good gains. Austin says, we have very dumb Mustang owners over here. Another dummy was showing off his broken fake carbon front splitter, telling me it increases 2 speed. You're right, Honda guys. It increases TOO speed. Boy, Mustang, just keep commenting. Please just keep commenting. Our local drag strip here opened up his property to trailers evacuating the hurricane. This is what it's all about. Badass. That's good shit. Figured out that the 3.8 Whipple aren't really made for stock motors. Biggest pulley at 16 PS. Exactly. Just like a Gen 3 TVS from VMP. Hey, I want the latest and greatest. Are you going to go 85? No, I'm never going to go 85. I'm going to stay on pump gas forever. Why the fuck do you want a Gen 3? YOLO ASMR time for the win. I took my car back from my rebuild and tuned abajo de la mesa. Samuel Day says, GM guy here for F-Body Camaro. Big fan of your work and content. Getting a new truck after the bad experience and switching brands to the daily tow rig. Is the 21 F-150 worth it? Able to be tuned yet? No, Samuel Day, not by us. Again, when you guys ask me, Lund Racing, a guy who works for Lund Racing, can it be tuned yet? I always say, by us? No. But can it be tuned by other companies? I'm sure. Ford Racing and a couple other companies are saying that it can be tuned. Bro, if you want to go that route, go for it. But by Lund Racing, no. Do you know why they call it Fiat? Says Veggie J35. No, but you're going to tell me. Fix it again, Tony. It's good. It's good. That's good. I like it. Salmon Mackey said, hey, Alex, I bought used long end guys and can Lund transfer my SCT tunes to the N-Gauge. Salmon, we can make a similar, actually identical. We'd have to do it on new software, obviously, and it'll be the same tune essentially. So yes, but not the SCT tune. You know what I mean? I've been, Alstan10 already says top speed, not 2-speed. Dude, read your comment before posting. Love you. I've been watching for years, Never Let Off says, and honestly didn't know what YDBT stood for, but I also didn't look or pay attention. Understood. YOLO, YDBT says YOLO douchebag tuning. If you don't even know how that got created, how many of you know how YDBT started? I want to see who the real OG fucking fans are. Where did YOLO douchebag work before he started tuning? The character. Where did YOLO douchebag work before he started tuning? That should be a trivia question, and I'll give you guys a shirt, but I'm not going to do that because that's a lot of work. I'll do that when I have like a system where I can ship shit efficiently. So where did YOLO douchebag work before he was tuning? Go ahead, say it. I want to see who knows where he worked. Where can I get a GT500 at MSRP? Ugh, ask Beefcake. He has connections up there. Dang it, Dale, that's a Fiat. How's Tony doing? Tony's asleep, so I'm going to leave him alone. Your early videos are amazing, Alex. Does Lund plan on getting into the 21 market? When we have access to the 21 tunes, we will get into the market. Someone said Millwright. Oh my God, you guys are awful. I said YOLO douchebag, not me. See, y'all ain't OG fans. Nope, none of y'all OG fans. Not one of you motherfuckers are OG fans. Nope. Chippendale, Stripper, Millwright. Nope. See, you guys think you're fucking fans. You ain't fans. You man. See. Let me go to my channel. And I'll pull up. Let me see if anyone guesses correctly. Stripper, Wendy's, KFC, YDBT was in Western Mass. Millwright. Nope. The Auto Lab. You're wrong. I'm not YOLO douchebag, idiots. I'm Alejandro Flores. YOLO douchebag was a character. Hey, Coyote Kelly nailed it. Coyote Kelly is the only real OG fan in this motherfucker. The only OG fan in this motherfucker is Coyote Kelly. And now I got to look up the videos because oh man, I loved. I'm going to show you where he got his, let me see, oldest first. Oldest, date added oldest. Let me see. Everyone's like, oh, you worked as a millwright. I'm like, I'm going to kill you. Where is it? No. I'm looking for the video. Let me. I'll show you my old videos here. No. It should say young Mustang owner shows you his ride or something like that. No. Where is it? Walmart, polished turd, douche parts buyer, YDBT dentist. Talking to answering questions. It's the Peasant Chat, so I don't care. No. This was skinny Alex. This was like emaciated, carb deficit, hated life, couldn't bench 200, fucking bitch ass Alex. The team complaint review of the oh my god, boy, I had a bunch of stupid videos up. When did I actually start refining some of the videos? No, I was in Texas already. Did I remove that video? Boy, I hope I didn't remove that video because it was at homegirl's house. Man, I probably made it private. Yeah, I probably did that because I don't want to have that out there because people start talking. They're like, oh, you're using her car as a blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I think I removed it. But anyway, Yolo douchebag worked at Taco Bell. He had to work extra. So I have this video up. I don't have the other one. Boy, that's interesting. Yeah, oh, whatever. Oh, here we go. Young Mustang owner shows you his new ride.
After owning Civics and Acuras and, all these fucking Japanese cars that, are still the shit, I really got sick and tired of getting beat by all these Mustangs everywhere. So I just finally buckled down. I asked my mom for some money, and I said, hey, Mom, I'd like to buy a Mustang. So guess what, guys? I told her to get her fucking Tahoe out of the garage, and I got myself a fucking Mustang. Now that I got myself a legit fucking ride, I wanted to give it a good fucking home, it's got that fucking peanut butter interior, it's pretty sick. I got a sick deal. I got it for $48,000, 25% interest. It's pretty good. The payments are only like $900 a month. I might have to, work double time at Taco Bell, but
boom. Double time at Taco Bell. There it is. OG fan, Coyote Kelly. Coyote Kelly, I'm going to have to send you like 5 shirts. Just email me. Prove who you are. I'll send you 5 fucking shirts. Badass. Mass, but I can't remember where it worked. You guys think Yolo douchebag is me. That's even funnier that you guys are like, oh, weren't you a millwright? I'm like, no. That was a character. Oh my God. You talking about VMP sales? Wow. No one knows. No one has any idea. Yolo has legendary lawn equipment. Oh, those are the real OGs. There's like 2 in the whole chat. The Cam, the one is my favorite, imitating the Camaro. Okay, here we go. That wasn't a Yolo video. See, I think I guarantee there's people on this chat right now that think I'm Yolo. Like I am Yolo douchebag, meaning I am the character, right? So I created the character as a dumb young kid who wears flat brim hats, and that's why I'm always constantly going like this. And people go, oh, that's you. And I'm like, no, that's probably you. The peanut butter interior, peanut butter guts, GT500 MSRP, good luck. Exactly. Yolo was busted back in the day. Exactly. But I remember the Touring Tune video. The Touring Tune video was so freaking legit. The Touring Tune where I broke the sound barrier because working at Taco Bell wasn't cutting it. So I'm like, well, I can copy paste tunes and I can just make money that way. So when I act like a Yolo douchebag, that's acting like every other tune hacker, tune stealer, know nothing. That's I'm you. If you hate me because of what it's because Yolo douchebag was you guys. You know what I mean? Good shit. I was shouting at the screen, but I was driving, says Isaiah Davilas. Well, good job. Team Cream Pie Racing had a basement full of parts. Yes. And did you see the building that he put up? Oh, dude, it was so good. Oh, good shit. Our user 2020, okay, now Beefcake Racing needs to proofread his messages. Our user 2020 Shelby was bought straight up by a dealer for $13K over MSRP, does he mean? And not even a chain dealer. Got it. The YOLO girl posing on cars video, he tuned lawnmowers. I did tune lawnmowers. So, back when people literally started thinking that I was a tuner. Understand this, guys. I was a fake tuner as a character, and I don't even want to call myself a tuner because that to me, John Jr., John Sr., they're tuners. I just share files. So they were like, you don't know how to tune shit. YOLO don't even know how to tune lawnmowers. And I was like, are you insane? You just gave me video ideas.
Oh, hey guys, what's going on? Yolo douchebag here. So, I've gotten a lot of attention lately, especially from the Mustang tuning community. But I've also gotten attention from a lot of haters who say I can't tune anything. They doubt that I can tune anything. They don't think my number 8 cylinder delete can do anything, that my touring tune's bullshit, and some other guys trying to take credit for the shit that I came up with. So anyway, some guys said the other day, hey, Yolo can't even fucking tune a weed eater. I'm like, what's a weed eater? I think he meant, trimmer, like one of those, yard trimmers. And then someone said, yeah, I can't even tune a fucking lawnmower. Yolo doesn't know how to do shit. So I was thinking, well, maybe they're right. I've never even tried it. So I got my, lawn equipment out here. I'm going to throw some tunes in it, see if they even start up with my tunes. So as always, I got my super cool tuner. I'm just going to plug the OBD2 port.
Look.
So as always, I got my
The super cool tuner.
cool tuner. I'm just gonna plug the OBD2 port on this Toro snow thrower here. I'm just gonna plug it in the OBD2 port and see if I can throw my tune in, and it'll work out just fine. So I uploaded a pretty simple tune in the thing. I had to remove like I don't know, 7 cylinders from my tunes because this is a single cylinder deal. So I'm gonna give it a pull and see if this thing starts right up. Okay, I haven't even touched it, haven't started it. Let's see what happens. Okay, 1 down, 2 to go. So now I got my trusty lawnmower, same deal. OBD2 port from the fucking super cool tuner. Plug it right in where it's supposed to go. Yes, it's underneath here somewhere. There we go, perfect. Now we're gonna do the same thing. Hasn't started in, I don't know, since fucking September is the last time I cut the lawn here. We'll see if this thing starts, how many pulls it takes. Okay, this is one of those, hold down the handle and pull on the thing deals. But I'm gonna try to multitask here and see if this thing starts up. First pull, here we go. So Yolo's 2 for 2.
Editing.
So now we're gonna try to pull the trifecta here. We're gonna do a tricky one, a tricky tune. So this is a 2-stroke trimmer. Same deal. YDBT tuner. Now I'm gonna have to really play with the strategy tune on this thing because it runs on 2-stroke stuff, so I really can't give him my conventional tunes. But you know what? I'm gonna work my fucking magic. I'm gonna prove this fat fuck wrong. You'll see what happens. Okay, same thing. Plug it into the OBD2 port. You should be good to go. Okay, let's give it a shot.
so
First
stupid.
pull hasn't been run since September or so.
So I wasn't tuning. I wasn't a tuner. I was a nobody. And I was a millwright. I can't even tune a lawnmower. I'm like, thanks for the video idea. Stupid. Oh, it was wonderful. Oh, it was so wonderful. So you're telling me to fake it till I make it? Honestly, I did. Someone said, I can't believe you went from being a fake tuner to actually working for the best tuning company on the Ford side of things. And I'm like, I was very convincing. And then I was actually good at it. Not good at tuning, but good at learning how they do it. And they taught me well, and I took off from there. This guy looks like Alex. show the street racing video. Okay. Oh, the street racing video. I went out and I said, well, if I can tune lawnmowers, I can street race. Let me see. It's so stupid. Let me see. The one where I said our logs look like shit is probably my fucking favorite video. I'm like, oh, this log looks like shit. It's a little, send me your logs. And logs were literally shit, like shit logs. Let me see. Where's the street racing video? I don't know. Did I do that like way early on? YDBT testing his tunes in Tijuana, Mexico. I guarantee there's going to be, for some reason, weird algorithmic, like, what do you call it? Oh, no, this is somewhere else. This is in Houston? Best tuner alive, NA cars, mean streets of Mexico. What exhaust cam? YDBT runs hard. Is it? Let me see. No, this is legit me racing guys in Houston. No. I need the one where I'm just fucking around with like other cars. Testies and tunes on Tijuana, Mexico. Let me see. This one, catch can. I wasn't in Houston then. I was in Massachusetts. Let me see. You know, blowfish bracket review. I got so much hate. I got so much hate from the blowfish bracket review.
Hey guys, it's Alex. I just finished. Sorry, it's late and it's dark, so I have to use the
Look at
forward-facing
good
flash.
looking Alex.
I
Just barely bench 200.
just installed my
Barely.
blowfish bracket in my 2011 Mustang. I wanted to give you guys a review of it, but before anything, I want to take it on the highway, see if I pick up any weird vibrations or anything like that, and we'll go from there.
Oh my God. So you know what I did to create the vibration? I got my girlfriend's sex toy. I said, "Don't you have like a little rabbit in like the dress?" She goes, "Yeah." You know, she flicks the bean with the rabbit, and I'm like, "Can I borrow it?" She goes, "Why?" I said, "I need something that vibrates really fast." She goes, "Why?" I'm like, "I'm gonna make a blowfish bracket review," and the hate I got on that video was phenomenal. I got so much fucking hate for that video. You motherfucker. Who the hell do you think you are? The blowfish bracket takes care of any. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Oh, shit. I got to go back and watch. The buzzing was perfect. So I basically put the vibrator right up against the phone and just turned it on in the cup holder and drove around for like a minute. Oh, the blowfish bracket sounds like something from Blair Witch. I guarantee if you could graph blowfish bracket sales, the moment that video came out, they went bam, like right to the fucking bottom. They're like, yo, fuck this guy. So that that video. That video made me think, wow, I have like, I'm like influential. I can cause a product to tank. And then people try to like hit me up. They're like, oh, would you review this product? I'm like, are you sure? Are you are you sure you want me to review your product? Oh, fuck. It's probably not going to go well. That's great. Good times. Dude, I love it. You were in Houston when you were racing people. Yeah, I was in Houston. But there was there was one where I was in Massachusetts racing Priuses. It's so stupid. Let me see if I can find it. I gotta watch my old videos because I'm like, wow, I am a fucking retard. Oh, fuck. Let me see. Yo, douchebag runs over again. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah. How women show you their rides. Yeah, that was a good one. How women show you their rides on.
Hey guys, it's Alex, not Yolo. You know, Yolo wears his shit flat. Mine's
See? There's a
bent.
difference.
I see a lot of you girls, women, Mustang owners that, you know, try to promote their cars kind of a different ways that guys do. Guys say, hey, look at my Mustang. Then they show you a picture of their Mustang. But when women show you a picture of their Mustang, they add a little extra.
Hey guys, there's my Mustang right there. What do you think about my Mustang? Hey guys, what do you think about my car? Look at my car over there. Yes, my car. My car. Isn't she so pretty? Isn't she so pretty, my car? My car.
Shit. Oh, fuck, man. Oh, good old times. It's all up there. Y'all can go back and watch that shit. Oh. It's so stupid. I love it. Oh, man. Should I just go run from the cops to get some pulls in? No. Don't get in trouble on the highway. I don't need that shit, man. Why? I did that and the time just flew by. Unreal. Oh, man. So, I mean, if you want to see the history of how I became, because I was a millwright talking shit about tuning, and then I somehow became like I somehow became like the go-to guy to talk about tuning. What a shit show. Wow. Could you? And then I guarantee there's tuners out there that are way smarter than me, way more knowledgeable, way better at tuning. Go, what the fuck are people listening to that guy for? Real simple, tuner. You have no charisma. You don't know how to talk to people. You don't know how to just wing it. You don't know how to make people laugh. You literally have no personality, but you're good at tuning. So just tune. I'll do the entertaining. That's really it, really. All right, then. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Our photo shoot with their new parts. I'm gonna get out of here. It's an hour and a half. It was a good time. We caught up on some Yolo stuff. Talked a little bit about the pump gas stuff on the F-150, and we just took your questions. And we found out that in Australia they tend to not proofread the messages before they send them. A good time. So yeah, I'm gonna be on Tuesday. 9 o'clock is the next time. And I might be on tonight on the other channel. Last night on the other channel, I didn't get to make a video because I was really busy last night, so I couldn't get away. But tonight, if you are on the other channel, that dating channel, I'll be on probably 8:30 or 9 o'clock. Give you a show, and then I'll give you another show the next day. I'll do my best to get you at least 2 to 3 shows a week so that, you know, we're consistent and getting you up to date on what's going on my semi-personal life. That's a more personal show that happens with relationships and stuff. It's called That Dating Channel. If you guys want to go over and literally type in That Dating Channel and you want to join that, and we'll talk some shit tonight about dating and my thoughts on that and my recent experiences. I think it's a good time for those of you that just want to bro out a little bit that has nothing to do with cars. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see the rest of you guys on the other channel tonight. And for those of you on this channel, I'll see you guys Tuesday, 8 o'clock on Tuesday Talking Shit. See you guys later. Have a great